Lebanon almost threw one over the press box. They're throwing away those complimentary souvenir footballs, and she got off a shot just a second ago, and I thought it was going to carry over this press box. Terry, there haven't been a lot of highlights for Lebanon with the exception of the long pass and catch.
Tommy, outside the 169-yard pass reception by Elliott Carson, Lebanon with only 105 yards in the first half, so they only have 36 besides the 69-yard play on the very first snap from center, while Mount Juliet has piled up 9 first downs, 115 yards, and, of course, lead on the scoreboard 7-6.
And our pizza winner, Rodney Reeder, picks up that trivia question contest pizza from Domino's Pizza. Of course, the answer, 100 or more yards rushing, 31 consecutive games. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State, and Rodney was a correct winner here on FM 99. Back to return for Lebanon, we've got Reeder and Tressler, and to kick it off, the mystery man for Mount Juliet.
Okay, the guy that's not listed, and here is the kick. He's going to squibble it along the ground, and it's going to be picked up by Griffin at the 25. Slides outside to the 30, at the 35, still on his feet, roars out to the 40-yard line. Good return by Griffin in the middle. Brings it out to the 40-yard line, and Lebanon will start with great field position.
John Bryan, down to you on the sideline. Did we ever find out who this guy is?
Tommy, everybody retreated for Mount Juliet, went into their locker room and couldn't get a word in edgewise with anyone, so we still don't know at this point who the kicker is.
He's wearing number 68, and we don't have a 68 listed. Lebanon with a 1st and 10 at their own 40 as we begin the third period. And down the line goes Pitt, turns it, got a little room on the quarterback keeper, and then Mount Juliet closes it in a hurry. Pitt's going to get about 3 out to about the 43-yard line, where Mount Juliet will come up there and knock him down. And on the tackle for the Bears is Sean Daniel.
And believe it or not, folks, Terry, is that our longest running play?
Tommy, by far in the first half, we carried the ball 5 times for only 4 yards. Pitt almost picked up 4 on that play.
All right, Lebanon will bring Tressler, split him wide to the near side. Zachary's to the right. Carson, the end, is in tight, and Pitt will call the signals. Reeves is a fullback down the line, and the pitch is going to be to Griffin, and Griffin is going to be hit way behind the line because the pitch was bad, and Griffin had to go back and get it to keep from fumbling the football, so Lebanon's going to lose about 9 yards on the play, all the way back to about the 36-yard line.
That left-hand pitch got us. Damon Pitt, a natural right-hander, comes down the line toward the press box, going to make that left-handed pitch, and either the pitch relationship off just a little bit or Damon makes the pitch behind Griffin. Negative yards on the play.
3rd down and 14 now for the Blue Devils, and the football is at the 36. So in 2 plays, we've lost 4 yards. Blue Devils bring him up and set him down. C's in, and Zachary's in at the wideouts, and Pitt is back to throw. Looks fine long, got C open over the middle, and here comes Pitt on a run as he comes out of there. Never had a chance. They flush him out of the pocket. He gets back to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th and 4, and the Blue Devils are going to have to kick it away with 10 minutes to play in the third period, trailing 7-6.
Mount Juliet defensively just throttling Lebanon, Lebanon not able to get anything going offensively. Tressler will go back in punt formation for Lebanon High. He had a beautiful coffin corner kick in the first half, and Larry Johnson will return it for the Bears.
Johnson is back deep. He will make the return. Here is the snap, and Tressler to kick. The snap slow, but he's got time. Not a particular good kick, but a fair catch going to be called for and made by Butler up at the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. So Mount Juliet is going to get it in great field position after a poor Lebanon punt.
Terry, what about that kick?
Tommy, that kick from the Lebanon 40, there's a fair catch at the Mount Juliet 41. That kick only good for 19 yards. Mount Juliet with excellent field position, their first possession of the second half.
And the Bears will come out smelling for blood now because they have the lead and they have the ball in great field position at their own 41-yard line. Hackney, the quarterback. Oldham's the fullback. And the wings are Gilbert and Butler, and they give it to Oldham, the big fullback, and he barrels for 4, maybe nearly 5-yard line, or 5 yards over the 45-yard line to the 46. He's going to get a solid 4 on the carry.
Ball control, the name of the game for Mount Juliet. They want to hang on to the football, continue to grind it out with that good stable of running backs. They've got Oldham, Butler, and sometimes bringing Gilbert back across on the little slice trap.
Here come the Bears. They split in Baker to the wide side of the field as they move from your left to right, and Hackney will call the signals. Butler is in motion, and they're going to give it to him coming to the near side, and Lebanon's going to jam that up, but he's still going to get 3 yards. And Lebanon had that snuffed out perfectly and had it defense perfectly, but just the power running of little Tito Butler going to pick him up about 3 yards.
Well, they just get a lot of people interference-wise out in front of the running back. The idea in the wing T is to block down, get a kick-out block at the point of attack, and just create a bit of a crease. And they're looking for those running angles. They'll run sideways and then turn that thing right up the middle to try to get that running room.
3rd and 3, almost 3rd and 4 for the Bears as they come out in that wing T. Butler again goes in motion, and they give it to that big fullback, and he slides down the line and just barrels over the 50 in Lebanon territory, over the 48, 47 down to the 46-yard line. First down as Diego Oldham really showing some power from that fullback slot.
Terry Stafford, what about the big guy from Mount Juliet?
Tommy, he's carried the ball 8 times tonight for 36 yards. He's getting a little bit over 4 yards a carry.
Clyde, that'll win for you.
Blue Devils have not been able to stop him. Kelly coming out for the Blue Devils. And here come the Bears. 1st and 10 at the Lebanon 47, and they give it to Oldham, the big fullback, and he barrels over the 45 down near the 42, and he's picking up nearly 5 yards every time he gets his hands on the football.
Well, they just collapse the nose man. The center, Faust, just tries to get down in the feet of our nose man. That was Clemens, I believe, on that play. And they just creating a little crease in there for Oldham to get those shoulders square. When that big fella starts moving, that whole pile will move.
It does, and he ran completely over one Blue Devil on that particular carry. Mount Juliet again. This time they give it to Butler. He bobbles it, but he's still going to fight for yardage. Break over the 40, down to the 39, to the 38, and Butler gets about 3 after he was stopped on sheer second effort.
John Bryan, what's the mood on that Lebanon sideline? Lebanon's first offensive series went nowhere, and now Mount Juliet's moving him.
Tommy, they're kind of just sitting back right now and watching action out there. They're not really emotional at this point. The team may have panicked a little bit on that last possession and trying to maybe get too much too quick. But these Blue Devils are a tough fourth-quarter team. We got a lot of ball game to play yet.
All right, here comes the Bears. 3rd down and a long one at the Lebanon 38. Bears with a long count. They give it to Oldham, and he dives to the 35. Just slides over the pile. The big guy dives over and gets about 3 for the first down, and it's first down Mount Juliet at the Lebanon 35. This drive starts at the Mount Juliet 41.
Terry, Mount Juliet's got a bushel basket full of first downs, don't they?
Tommy, that was their 11th first down. 10 of those on the ground, 11 first downs, and we're early in the second half.
And here come the Bears once again with a 1st and 10. At the Blue Devil 35, the Bears are on the move, and they lead 7-6. Butler coming in motion. They give it to Oldham, the big fullback, and he barrels up the middle. One man got to save him. He crosses the 30 over the 25 down to the 20-yard line. Goes Oldham. The big guy, Ron C., finally got him around the ankles and helped to bring him down.
They're just battering the middle of that Lebanon line with Oldham. And we see Gannon, Jeff Gannon, defensive end, trying to urge his teammates on. Kenneth Nelson comes out, and into the game goes Cantrell at the nose, trying to get some movement, trying to push that Mount Juliet offensive front backwards a little bit.
They didn't give him the 20. They gave him the 21, where it'll be 1st and 10 Bears. Baker comes to the wide side to your right as the Bears move from left to right, and they give it to the big guy, Oldham, as he comes across, and Ron C. sticks him, but not until he got 3, maybe 4 yards. C making a good tackle that time, really put a shoulder into the big guy and threw him off balance, but he picked up 3 on the carry.
Lebanon going to get in a situation here where we may even just try to start stripping the football, tackle the football. First man go for the runner, and the second man go for the ball to try to break this thing loose and create some kind of turnover, because we've had no success slowing them down.
Nose of the football at the Lebanon 17. Again, Butler goes in motion, and he gets the football, and they knock him down at the 16. That time a good play by Lebanon, and Butler only gets about a yard. Lucas was in on that tackle. And Carson gets up out of the bottom of the pile, and there was another Blue Devil there. I think it was Pitt in on the stop.
This wing T offense really giving Lebanon fits. We've had success against the wing T in the 2 previous football games when Coffee County ran it at us in Springfield, but the battering ram of Oldham and then those quick feet of Tito Butler really causing some problems for Lebanon High.
3rd and 5 for the Bears at the Lebanon 16. Blue Devils trying to put up some defense here. They give it to Oldham, the big guy, and he barrels up the middle and blasts over the 10-yard line and has got the first down at about the 9.5, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Bears.
John, once again, the offensive surge, Mount Juliet taking the fight to the Lebanon defense.
Tommy, you know something's wrong when Ron C., our free safety, is coming up having to make most of the contact to get these guys down. They are absolutely blowing our defensive line off the ball. This sideline report is brought to you by Ron's Family Hair Design, risk-free hairstyling on video. Check it out.
Well, we got a momentary timeout, an official's timeout on the field. Don't tell me we got clock problems again. I think that may be it. Earlier this afternoon in our drawing for the tickets for the concert from Western Auto, Pat Patton was a winner. She wins 2 tickets. Melissa Moss was a winner. She's from Gordonsville, Tennessee. She wins 2 tickets. Linda Brown wins 2. Tabitha Sullivan 2, and Elaine Morrison 2. And this is to the big country music concert that we've been promoting from Western Outlet. And those are your winners of 2 tickets each to the concert.
And this reminder, if you'd like a oil change at no charge from Fast Lube and Oil Change Incorporated, 327 South Cumberland Street, all you've got to do is be the 4th caller at 444-9899. That's for a deluxe service oil change. Includes up to 5 quarts of oil. They check all your fluids under the hood, check your transmission, your rear end differential. The good folks at Fast Lube and Oil Change Incorporated, 327 South Cumberland Street. Make this possible. You be the 5th caller at 444-9899 for that oil change.
Blue Devils trying to throw up a defense here and keep Mount Juliet off the scoreboard any further. They don't want to trail more. They trail 7-6. 4:13 only left in the 3rd quarter in what has been a terrifically fast football game. Mount Juliet with a 1st and goal from the Lebanon 9.5. Butler comes in motion. They give it to him. And Butler slowed down behind the line, turns it at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Mount Juliet.
We missed 2 tackles going in on him, and Tito Butler doesn't need much help as he gets around the corner for the touchdown for the Mount Juliet Bears. And folks, Mount Juliet likes this touchdown business. They've now scored 2 against Lebanon. They take a lead of 13-6. John, down to you for the call of this PAT attempt.
Thank you, Tommy. Todd Kelly's in to hold. We know that much. The kicker is on the field. The snap, it's down. The kick is up, and it is good. Mount Juliet goes up 14-6 with 4 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the 3rd.
I'm Allie Lane, senior football cheerleader, and we're here with J.R. Hobbs & Sons Realty to award them a Blue Devil souvenir for their support of the Lebanon High School football team.
On behalf of J.R. Hobbs & Sons Realty and Auction Company, I'd like to wish the Lebanon Blue Devils a Clinic Bowl season.
Go Big Blue!
59 yards, all of them on the ground, and they've taken a 14-6 lead with 4:13 left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, the Bears just ramming it down our throats that time, getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards per carry, march from their 41 for the score. And now the Blue Devils will get the football back, but we haven't been able to do anything with it tonight, with the exception of the first play that we threw 69-yard pass to Carson for the lone Lebanon touchdown. 4:13 to play in the 3rd period. And here is the kickoff. Another squibbler along. Takes a good bounce this time. And here with a big hole coming up the middle, 40, 42, and Mount Juliet closed it in a hurry. Looked like Griffin had some room, but Lebanon now with great field position. And Tommy, it comes time in the ball game that the Blue Devils are going to have to do something offensively.
Well, at some point in every game, it's time to put it up or shut it up, and I believe that time now has come for Lebanon. We trailed 14-6 in the game. Lebanon needs to take the football and try to drive it, try to move that ball. We have not been down in Mount Juliet territory much at all this football game.
We haven't had the football much this football game. Mount Juliet has controlled the ball. Pitt making the call. Wide right is Zachary. They hand it up the middle, and here comes Griffin. He's loose, 50. Still loose, 45. Knocked down inside the 45 at the 43-yard line. Griffin showing a lot of want to on that carry.